Hi Miguel, I'm Johan. I'm a third year psychology student here at Trent. I currently work as a service center assistant in student housing, and I've also worked at Trent International as an orientation leader and a fall transition and support assistant. Through these roles, I have learned how important it is to take ownership. When a student needs help, I just don't answer the question and move on. I make sure they understand what to do next and fully feel supported. You should hire me because I've worked on both sides of student support. In housing, I deal with a lot of high volume student questions, from simple questions to more stressful situations, and I've stayed professional and calm and solution focused. With Trent International, I've helped facilitate programs, supported students in real time, and worked closely enough for the with the team to understand what works in transition programming. So I think the strongest orientation programming blends connections with a little bit of clarity. Students should not only feel welcome, but they should also leave home with being more prepared. Let's move on to my very first program. This is something I really wished I had. It's called Academic Reality, What No One Explains Until It's Too Late. I really wish I had this program in my first semester because when I got here, I had to adjust to the Canadian education system and really learning the term that people keep throwing around, critical thinking, and what is the basic expectation for assignments. So this event would make it more interactive, where we would break down the unwritten academic questions, where people would be allowed to ask those quote unquote stupid questions that they are scared to ask in a safe place where we are helping them learn and not just judging them. In that way, we would be making it more interactive and fun by gamifying it using Mentimeter and giving them trend stationaries to help them start with everything. And of course, it's going to have the food element to it as well. I think this is what Trend International does really well, and I feel like this would be really good. Now, moving on, my second fall orientation program would be called Global Connections Roundtable. We've all seen how mixers usually go. The outgoing ones connect quickly, while the quieter ones, like me, um, can end up standing on the side. I'd want to make that experience more intentional. Students would be placed in small groups and rotate through few short conversation rounds led by an orientation leader. The prompts would be simple but also meaningful. Things like what they're excited about, what they're nervous about, and what kind of things they'd want support they're looking for. To make them feel relaxed and worth showing up, I'd include the usual free food, small prize elements. The goal would be simple. Every student leaves with a few real contacts in their rooms, not just small talk. Now, moving on, for the academic year, I'd introduce global mentorship circles. Orientation is important, but the reality is a lot of students feel lost again once classes start. This program would continue that support in a more personal way. Students would be placed in small groups with upper year mentors like me, like third year students, over like the course of something like 6 weeks. They could talk about academics, adjusting life in Peterborough, managing stress, and everyday things where to go to study, like somebody that's like the same age as you, that you can really be like a big brother or a sister to. Trent already offers mentorship, but I want to tailor this specifically for international students through Trent International so it feels more relevant to their transition experience. It's low cost, volunteer led, and creates continuity between all events. Overall, I would say I bring a lot of frontline experience, operational understanding, and a deep commitment to supporting international students in a way that is both practical and also compassionate. This role genuinely is something I would be proud to take on. I take care of things very deeply about, and I care deeply about this work, and I would value the opportunity to create this kind of experience that make new students feel more welcome, supported, and confident from the start. Thank you so much for your time and consideration. Bye bye.